to What's in the Bag, where we give the voice to the voiceless and we let you say whatever is on your mind. My name is Marvina and I am your host. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know, you got to put on that happy face. You got to come up with a smile. We just got to be grateful this morning. Good morning. Good morning to all that is coming in, that is on coming in at the moment, the ones that is going to be watching this later. Good morning. Good morning, Tony. Thanks for being, oh my God, thank you for all the
A
support.
faithful
A
supporter.
faithful supporter. Thank you so much. Man, I'm
Yes.
excited for this segment this morning. But first and foremost, let me tell you what I have in my cup. I got some McDonald's coffee my daughter brought me. She asked me what type of brand, flavor, or whatever. Don't know. But it is delicious. It is sweet enough. It even got the right color. The girl, one thing I can say though, Lelia can make some coffee, baby. When she make my coffee, I'll be aboard, baby. I don't be knowing what she doing. I think it's just that touch of love that she put in it. I don't know, but it's iced coffee though, but it's delicious, and I am enjoying it. Well, BFF, here we go. Let me introduce to some and present to others my BFF, Vaughn. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's in the bag, family?
Mm.
Um, I'm sipping a little bit today. Mouth is a little sore, so I really can't just get into this the way I want to. It tastes weird because I got some medicine in my mouth, but I know that it's a good cup of coffee because I can smell it. And when it
Mm-hmm.
smells right, I know it's gonna taste right. So
Mm-hmm.
I have some original 8 o'clock coffee. It's hard for me to go to a different brand because all the other brands don't taste so good.
Oh my God. It don't taste good. Let me make
Right,
sure
and of
my
course I have my hazelnut in there, so that's what I have going on this morning.
yes. Well, let me say this. I gotta change up. I noticed something about Facebook. It's so weird though. When I go live on my account, when I go live on my account on
Uh-huh.
Facebook, it don't let it go in as public so everyone can see it. It goes in only me, which I'm not understanding because I have it set up. You know, sometimes
For
these little
public.
social media things, man, you don't know what you're getting. You just go head on and go check to make sure. So I had to just check to make sure everybody's being able to view us on our Facebook page. How about you? It seems like yours is rocking and rolling too. I see yours.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yes. How
And
about what's in the bag? Is what's in the bag? Is it rocking and rolling? Did you check?
always. I just
Always.
I I literally have to get up and go and get my phone. You see me looking like, Yvonne, where is your phone? But it's all good. It's
I
all
don't
good. It just
see
means
it
it wasn't supposed
on.
to be in front of me this morning.
I don't see it
You don't
on
see
our
mine?
page. No, on our page. It's not live. I
Lord
don't
have
see
mercy.
it. Mm-mm. View insight. No, something ain't right. Let me see if I could go share it off of my other page because this is not working. This is not how it's supposed to
Yeah,
go.
because you had to reconnect everything
Yes, I
yesterday.
did. Yeah, it was acting stupid yesterday. I'm like, what is going on? So let me just share it to the group. It ain't one and one ain't gonna stop the show now. Let me tell you,
You better
it ain't
say
gonna
it.
stop the
How
show.
they used to
Let's
say, one monkey don't stop the show.
yeah, I didn't want to call us monkeys though. That's why I tried not to do that. I didn't want to call us monkey because that's exactly what I was wanting, little monkey.
Now the monkey is the
Oh,
mishap.
oh,
So
that's
we
the mishap. Okay, let me
that's
get it
the
right.
mishap.
Let me get it right. All right, let me, because I really I really want to share this with the other groups, and because this
Yeah.
is a very good subject. We talked about this last week,
Mhm.
about parenting. We literally had a lot of response to it, but it gave me great pleasure to have like my siblings, my sisters, my brothers come on, and we relate, and we kind of talk to each other and kind of want to know, you know, even though, like I said before, we might have the same mother, maybe not the same father, but the same mom. We all may lived in the same household, but our bags, the contents of our bags are so different. We view
Right.
things so differently, even to
Mhm.
the point which we raise our children. We may, like I said, we live in the same house, but we raise our children differently, and we have different feelings and different views about things, even in parenting, so my
Mhm.
sibling, my sibling, my sissy, she said to me, she said, you know what, I really, really would like to talk about this because um she relates. And when
Yeah.
you relate to something, I know what's in the bag is giving what it needs to give. You know what I'm
You
saying?
better say
So
it.
I thought, she said, I would do this. I said, you want to come on? She said, yes, because she relates. And that right there made my heart feel. So I'm not going to keep on talking about her. I'm just going to bring her on in. I'm just going to this is my sister. This is my baby sister, my road dog. Hey, Ronnie.
Hey,
Hey,
sissy.
Rhonda, is you frozen? Look like you frozen. All I see is a smiling face like this.
Just a
Are
smile.
you? Yeah, you
She's
frozen.
frozen.
You frozen. Go back out and come in. Come on in. Come
Look,
on
frozen in time.
in
That
the
moment in time.
room. Hey, come on in the room. In the room. In the room.
We
Jesus,
won
she
a
better come on
moment in
because we were doing
time.
good earlier. Well, like I was saying, I
Mhm.
just felt like we really needed a continuation, a part two of parenting
Yeah.
and being able to let go of basically becoming letting our children become adults. Because
Yeah.
I realize this is different levels of becoming an adult. Even you ever notice when you're an infant how nowadays they come out lifting their heads up, turning over, they do all kinds of
Teeth,
stuff.
teeth
There you
in their
go.
mouth.
There you get everything, right? Right. It's like different levels of becoming to adult. Why you jumping in and out? We just went through this.
I don't know.
I can hear
We can
you.
hear you.
I can hear you well. It's your pictures. Why
It's
are you jumping in and out? Is no someone
Y'all
calling?
sound weird to me.
We sound weird to you,
You
but you
know what it
sound
is?
good
She
to
may
us.
hear the
What?
echo, and she may hear because you guys are in the same building. You guys are in the same
Yeah, but I
space, so
don't hear
she
the
may
echo.
hear.
Oh, you think
Mhm.
you got a Bluetooth?
Hello.
You got your Bluetooth? I need her to try to see if she could put on her. Hey, Daddy! Has put on her Bluetooth. If she could put her Bluetooth on, we could probably see better. I mean, get her better. Did she
Mhm.
come out? Let's see if she come back on.
Well, we had. I know that I did. I had so many people come up to me um about the segment last week. I
Mm-hmm.
had so many people commenting about that this has been their struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Different points that different things that we pointed out last week, that it's been been their struggle,
Yeah.
whether they are the grandparent that's that want to step in and take over
Yeah.
parenting of the grandchildren because they don't agree
Yeah.
with how the parents are doing it.
Yeah.
One lady told me, she said, girl, she said, it has been a struggle with my son and I since he became an adult. She said, because I
Mm-hmm.
want to tell him everything to do. And he said, "My, I have to do this. I know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing." She told me, she said, girl, even to the point where I get to his house and I get to cleaning up because I'm like, it's not clean the way I said, you don't
Right.
live there.
Right. Right. There you
You-
go. You got
there
your
she go.
earbuds. You do. You got your earbuds in.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
All
got my
right. So
AirPods in.
wonderful.
Yeah,
But you keep
And you
jumping
left
in and
again.
out. It's not. I don't know. So can you hear me? You can hear me though.
I can
Maybe because we on the same like you said,
hear
network.
you.
Maybe. Mhm.
Um,
Mhm. Maybe. I don't know what that's about. So
Maybe she need
maybe
to
I'm
come
just
sit
go.
next to you.
Yes, that's what I can right say. Come on, come on, sissy. Come on in here.
Come
Let's come
on
on over here and share the
in the
room with us.
room.
We're in the same house. We don't really even need to be apart. Let me see if I could get her. Just hold everybody down. Hold everybody down for me, okay? Ron, talk to them for me, okay?
I got you.
Cause
I
yeah,
got you.
so we can kind of get our situation together.
So look, while they getting their situation together, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys struggle with with letting your kids go? Let me stop saying kids, letting your children go, because if they are over the age of 18, they're not kids anymore. They are headed into adulthood. So perhaps, what are some of the challenges that you're facing? And then be honest with yourself. Take a moment and be honest with yourself. Um and when you're being honest with yourself, you'll see where there's some room for improvement. And I promise you, once you stop treating your children like little kids, you'll see that your overall relationship with them starts to improve. Well, hello, welcome back. Well, hello there, double trouble. Take yours out, V. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. So like I can. So, like I said, being honest with yourself leads you to a healthier relationship with your children. And I think that's part of the what you need to start adding to your vocabulary. Children, not kids. Children. I have like for me, I have three children.
Why we echoing? Mm-mm.
That's an echo.
Big time.
Like I said, guys, never a dull moment when we're alive. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Hi, everybody. There we go. There we go. I tell you one thing. With your cup. I bet you left your cup. What did you have in there? I had some some chamomile tea. Okay. No coffee today. No coffee. Yeah, she ain't feeling good. I don't know why my thing. Do hers? It looks zigzag. Why do yours look zigzag now on screen? This is crazy. Our thing is just acting up today. It's not acting well. I don't understand what's going on with EV Mux.
Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't look.
Does it look zigzag?
My, no, mine looks
No.
perfect.
Okay, so well on our side, it's just our side. We good. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead on and talk about this because this was something, and it's good for me to be able to sit next to my sissy because this is how we started off before. Anyway, we started off around this time. Hey, Dada, it started before. I don't have a problem with letting my go. That's okay. So it must have been something that you was talking about. So Rhonda, since
Yeah.
when we was talking about this last week, we literally had that conversation of letting your child go, letting your kids go, whatever, however. What is it that you feel that you want everybody to know? What's in your bag, girl?
So what's in my bag is, I'm the babe. I'm the youngest. I'm not gonna say the baby. I'm the youngest of five. Um, and now I have five. And, I get a lot of feedback from my siblings saying, hey, you got to let them do this. Hey, you got to let them do that. They should be doing this. They should be doing that. And I get it. And I understand. And I listen. But at the same time, as Corinne said last week, sometimes your past or what you've been through kind of dictates how you raise your children. And, I was the performer. I did all that type of stuff, and I really didn't have that support. You know, my mom and my dad, they was past and first lady, so they had church things they had to do. So when I performed a lot, I didn't have any support there. So when it comes down to my children, it's like when they perform or even just in life period, it's like I want to be there. I want them to always know that they got someone in their corner, and that's me. So the way I raised them kind of comes from with my past. There's no book on parenting. There's none at all. So there's things that you have had done to you, or things you felt when you were younger shouldn't have been done or said, that when you have your children, you try not to do those same things because you don't want them to feel what you felt. And I feel like that's how I raise my children, and I think I overcompensate sometimes. My anybody that know my children know that my children, everybody say they're spoiled. They're very spoiled. And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's not so good. So trying to let go, my son, he just turned 27. He just told me he moving out, and I was talking to my sister about it this morning, and she was like, you know what? It's about time. And it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, I want him to do it, but at the same time, it's like, that's my firstborn. Everything that I experienced and went through, I went through with him. So it's really, really hard to really let go and let him be the man that he wants to be. Because he's always been the man of my house. So it's kind of hard to let go. Letting go is not as easy as people make it out to be.
That's right.
Especially when all you have is your kids. All you know is your kids. I mean, we had this conversation. I came out of my mom's house with a daughter. I was already a mother before I moved out of my mom's house. All I knew how is my adult life is, even as my kids are like, all I did was take care of children. So all I know is nurturing. Now, is it hard for me to let go? Yes and no. Yes, enough that I noticed that as they got younger, as I have 5. So when I got to the last one, it seemed to me that it took me a harder time to letting go of him than I did all my children. Because I coddled him. Right? I coddled him. And I was told, even, you look at all your children, they remind you of you somewhere or another, whether it's a daddy or whatever, but they have all them intent. It's like it's me 5 times. Because that's the way I raised them. They might have that characteristic the way I raised them. And for me, that last one.
Yeah.
Because my oldest daughter, she knew it was time for her to go when we realized that 2 women can't live in the same house together. My second son, which was Vincent, he was always gone anyway. So he, it was easy for him. Marvin, we had a situation where we all had to split up, and I prayed one day we were going to get back together, but he was like, no, mama, see ya. Leah, which is the baby girl, she stays. That's my heart. We're close. We're close. She haven't gone anywhere. She got my granddaughter, and I believe that's another reason why I hold on to her so much, because she got the granddaughter, and I don't want her to fall, and Lonnie falls with her. But that last one, because I gave him everything, and we were talking about it. Well, we spoil. We spoil eyes.
That's one of my godchildren.
He's very spoiled.
Yeah. And so is yours. They spoiled.
Wow.
They say, mommy, all of it. You think I got 1. She got 5. When I say spoiled, they love mommy. They depend on mommy. They want to be up under mommy.
And I have 3 plus 2.
Right.
And they are spoiled. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They are. And Rhonda, you said something about overcompensating. When I was growing up, I was bullied. And Marvina and I had talked about this a lot. I was picked. I'm not gonna say necessarily bullied, more so picked on. I was picked on because at the time I didn't have the clothes and things that everybody else did. My sisters were all a certain size. So my mom and dad shop. They shop for 5 girls. I mean 6 girls, and we share. So things for me, I wasn't a big girl, but I was larger than them. So everything looked smaller on me than it did on them. So I got teased a lot. When I had my babies, I'm gonna tell you something. My daughter and my sons would tell you they had 30 pair of jeans, they had 30 shirts, they had 30 sweaters, they had. I overcompensated because I never wanted them to experience what I experienced. Now they're some of the best dresses in this world, but I see where they overspend. I think sometimes, especially my sons, when it comes to clothes and things of that nature. And I know that I had a heavy role in that.
Yeah.
I still saved money along the way, but one of my sons, he don't care. He living for today. He living for
So
today.
do you? Let me ask both of y'all this because it's a question we had on this chat. Do y'all believe because of the way you was raised, it allowed you to become? Because we talked about this force parenting skills that you have. We was talking about them. Do you believe that that's the reason why? Because I think that's what you said. I'm just gonna be clear on it. That because of the way you was brought up, that's the way you was that you didn't want to do or do want to do. Which I mean by that is, my mother was very. I'm just saying. This is not my mom. I'm just saying this. This is an example. My mom was very abusive towards me. She would say bad things to me. So I'm not going to be that person. So this is the way I'm going to raise my child. My mother was always in my business or whatever. So this is why I won't be in my kids' business. But do you know, sometimes, these skill sets that we develop with our children, it becomes a skill set that when we didn't like it the way our parents did to us, and then we do the opposite of what our parents do us, our kids become us because they don't like it. It seems like darn you do, darn you don't, because you can't do this parenting thing. You can't please everybody. You can't do the right thing for every child, but you want to always be there for them to make sure that, they're there, they're nurtured. You're always even in their business. We can't, and I have that problem. I'm not always in my kids' business, but I'm one that I try to get in, and when I fit in, I ask the question. I try not to. I try not to be in my kids' business. I'm one of them kids.
I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, I don't want to smother them and not be able to have them come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you may agree. If somebody out there might agree, I mean,
I agree 500%. I don't try to be in their business. I do, however, keep my ear to the ground. So if I hear something that causes concern, then I try to figure out a way to bring it up so that we can address it, so that I can give some healthy advice, so that things don't get too far out of control in those regards. But when it comes to like their relationships and things of that nature, I stay out of it, especially where my sons are concerned, and dealing with my grandchildren, because they're different mothers. So now you're dealing with different personalities, different energies, different attitudes. So you always try to find a way to have that healthy balance. And a good way I found to have that healthy balance is to stay out of their business.
I did that. I'm sorry, Rhonda. I did it. So, all right. Can you still see us?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it still makes it a little hard sometimes because I want to step in and say, no, I wouldn't do this with the grandkids, or you should do this way. But it's not I'm not the parent, so I have to bite my tongue a lot.
Did you? Go ahead.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
I'm the nosy mom. I am. Like, as far as their relationship's concerned, no, I don't really get involved in that unless they come to me about something, or, my daughter's father might call me about something or something like that. Then that's when I get. Now, when it comes to the grandchildren, listen here. I'm really hands on with my grandchildren, and
Mhm.
but my children want me to be hands on with them. Like, so if there's something going on, they come to me. They be like, Mom, I call him Nugget. Nugget is fevering, or my son will be like, Mom, I need you to do such and such and such and such. So I'm very hands on when it comes to my grandchildren, and I appreciate even the fact that my kids want me to be hands on with them, because there's some children that says, hey, that's my kid, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And don't get me wrong, because they do that to me a lot. I'd be like, leave him alone, or don't do that. And she's like, this is my child.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what? I said, I've been there from the beginning, so that's my child too. So we like have our little bickers about that. But really, in reality, though, when it comes to my grandchildren, I'm really, really involved with my grandchildren, and I'm grateful and thankful that my children allow me to do that.
She's hands on with everybody's stuff.
I am.
She's the auntie. Yeah, she's the auntie / mommy. Let me say this about my sister. Yeah. Love her. But she'll get in all our kids, but we can't do that to hers, because see, she got a special way she deals with her children. And I get it, because our parenting skills is different. I'm that one. Yeah. I'm that auntie, or whatever. Like, deal with them. Don't come if you got a problem with them. Come to them. But see, for me, when it comes to her kids, I gotta go Rhonda, and then we have to deal with it together. And there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes you gotta know what lane you have to be in.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
That's my sister lane, and I respect it. But when it comes to mine, I tell him, "Minute, get that boy. What you mean?" He said, "What you, Rhonda?" Yeah. To the point he'll do something. I go, "Rhonda," and then she go, and they straighten up.
Yeah.
See, I mean, that's the lane. That's the, and I understand it. It doesn't even bother me. But what I'm saying to you, your kids, how to. Which boundaries you should. Most people, because you got these people that don't really. They don't have no.
They don't understand what a boundary is.
They don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to throw this up here, because this was something that we talked about. Can you see it, Yvonne? Because it's real little to mine.
Which one is it?
All of the. Did you see the little diagram I did? We did. Did you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so this diagram was asking about the different parenting skills. It was parenting skills, and I was like, I can identify with each individual parenting skill that I've done as my children got older, and then now watching them as an adult. It's hard for me to let go of not being a mommy to them sometimes, because if I hear them disrespect me, I'm like, no, wait a minute, how old the freak up, you can't now. But when it comes down to understanding that I'm not their mothers, that I can make decisions for them all the time, unless they come to me, they have to ask me. They got to really, for me, they have to ask me what the issue may be, their opinion, if they want me opinion, because I find myself getting in trouble, because I'm one of them outgoing moms. I'm one of them moms that when, I want to say something, sometimes it just come out. So I have to learn to pick and choose what I say. And it's a struggle, because that's called being humble. And sometimes being humble, not only to others, but to children or to people that you've raised, and you put these boundaries and things in them as they got older. Now I got to understand that they're adults and they have boundaries that I can't slap them around anymore. They're not my crumb snatchers no more. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. When you are really a hands-on parent, and when they get older, it's kind of rough. It is kind of hard to see them as adults. Yeah. Even with me, being the youngest sibling, sometimes I feel like my siblings sometimes forget that I'm a mother of 5 and that I have 2 grandchildren. But I'm saying, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
It's like the same way I feel about that. I'm quite sure my children feel that same way about me. Like, Mom, I'm grown now. Me and my son, we had a little confrontation, little argument or whatever. He was like, I'm about to be 27. I'm grown. And when he said that to me, it kind of like stuck with me. Like, okay, he's not a baby no more. I can't talk to him the way I did when he was 7 and 8 years old. You know, so now I have to change how I talk to him because now he's a grown man. He's not a child anymore.
Right.
You know, so and as a parent, it's kind of hard to do that because we still see them as our babies.
As our babies.
Yeah.
We see them as our babies. I got a sister, you know, and I'm one of my sisters. She always say, you know, they're kids, but you know, I always say they're not kids anymore. They're adults. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying what you're saying is you got to confess it out your mouth what you see.
That's
in
right.
these children. If you see them as children, you're gonna still look at them as everything they do as children. That means they don't have no opinions. They don't have anything. You can't do that to the young men and women that is growing up. You got to, for me, this is my perspective. I find that you got to, somebody said this, you got to have faith and believe that you did the best you can for your kids as they get older, you know, and realize that they learned that they have a voice through your being experienced with you and, you know, of course, school and all the experience they got as a youngster. Now they're adults. You just got to believe that, you know, good intentions for them, you know, that they're doing, they done picked up the good stuff. I mean, of course, they pick up bad stuff. You know, everybody pick up bad things because of the world. Yeah, you heard the way.
Yeah. You just have to believe and trust that what you know, what you've instilled in them, they're gonna take it to the next level.
Yeah.
I just let me write. Let me put this up there. That crazy. Let me tell you.
Why you gotta put my business out in the street?
My daughter and her friends used to go over her house to do what they can't do at home. I found that out when they were adults. Yes, that's right. We tell everything we adults. You can't be that there. You ain't gonna be there. I found out a lot of stuff about my kids now that I thought, and they saying, and I mean, and I'm like, and you got this person got a beating because of that. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, you know.
To be honest with you, I was that auntie that, even still, my nieces, they come to me all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was just that aunt that they felt comfortable with. Yeah, they did things that they wasn't supposed to do, but it was in decency and order in the process.
Exactly, because she was with her auntie. They were with their auntie, and they were closer, more in age-wise. You know, because when I was what, 7, 8 years older than them, maybe 9 years, about 9 years, and she was what, about 4, maybe 3, somewhere around that. So allow these kids to think that they really were growing up together, even though you say going over to her house, but they still wasn't that far apart.
Me and Corinne is about 10.
About 10?
Yeah, me and Corinne about 10.
How about you and Darrell?
Me and Darrell about 9. Me and Azim is the closest.
And Mira, the older,
the two first.
They were close, and they used to get mad because they wanted her to. She wanted them to call them Auntie Rhonda. They was like, They better not call me no Vina. You better call me Auntie Vina. They knew to call me Auntie Vina, but Rhonda, because they were so close in age, and she's still in that, you know. So it's I understand that. It makes sense, you know, for us adults, but they ain't gonna tell you nothing. They ain't gonna say anything to you. And you gonna find a whole lot of stuff out when they get adults.
I was that auntie like that. My house stayed full with all my nieces and nephews. Because when they came, it was a safe haven. They could do what they want to do within reason.
That part.
And I took off a lot of the pressure from them. And they still call me to this day and say, Auntie, I need to talk to you about something. Let me run this by you. And even with the kids over there, I'm just auntie. That's who I am. I'm just auntie.
Yeah, you know, and that's a part of parenting too, you know, especially when you was younger. You really did. My children at the time, I had 2, but they were so young. So I learned a lot of my parenting skills with Corinne, a lot, because she was a teenager. So I was able to help parent her in a way. So when my kids became teenagers, it was a little easier for me, and I was able to understand a little bit more because I had that experience. And I can honestly say my oldest two, because they've been through it all with me, like I said. But they, as teenagers and stuff, I didn't really have to deal with a lot of things that a lot of parents had to deal with the disrespect or those type of things, because I always had an open relationship with my children. I was always talking to them, letting them because I'm not perfect. As a parent, you're not perfect, and you had your issues when you were younger. So when they do things and it reminds me of something that I might have done, I can have that conversation to them. Listen, that T-shirt that you trying to iron and put on, I don't worry. It's in the laundry bag. I don't want to rewash.
You better say it.
But I've been there, so we have understanding. We always had an understanding, so I really didn't have those issues with my my oldest two. Now my youngest son, he's giving it to me. I love him to death. He's giving it.
He's getting better.
He's getting a lot better. He's older now, but he was giving it to me. So that was a new experience for me.
Every child's
a different.
It's a different experience.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you got more than one. Come on now, 5. You like, I didn't deal with this, with my oldest children, and the stuff nowadays the kids say out of their mouth. I'll be shocked that you talking to your mom. Do you realize I'm your mother? I don't want to know y'all buying condoms and sex, but that's just their generation. Yeah. So, and I realize now that this is not every child, everyone is a difference, and you cannot do the same thing which you done to the first one with the last one or the middle one or none of those things. So this parenting thing, letting them go, you gotta really, really know your kids how to let go. Cause see, you let them go sometimes, and you like for me, I worry about my son when I'm not around. Is he in the gutter somewhere? But I know that, I call him every once in a while. I say, what you doing? How you doing? I don't say, where you at? How you doing this? Where you going to do? Because I know that's part of me trying to play his mom. But to call him and say, how you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Yes. And then hear his voice. Not only am I being a mom to him, I'm understanding that I'm making sure his welfare is good also. So I pick and choose my words when it comes down to trying to talk to my kids and raise my kids.
But
now
that's
my
being
sister
wise.
here, my sister here, she gonna fight you.
I'm gonna find it out.
She go, Vina, did you talk to? She tells me, she'll say it to me. She said, Vina, did you talk to? Did you? And I'm like, Rhonda, I got it. I'll talk to him. But it be in my head to do it.
Yeah.
But because she said, I will go and reach out. But you know what I'm saying? She's one of them hands-on.
I'm with Rhonda. I'm like that because I was saying to you, I said, did you talk to some? And I've already spoken. I've already called. And said, hey, how you doing? Just checking on you, auntie. Just want to make sure you're good.
Yeah.
And I'm like that. I
I got a good
call
support system.
all of my nieces and nephews once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when they hit my spirit, I call them even more. And I do the same thing with my children.
Look to the side.
And it is, I have no idea. I've been trying to just, but that is my look.
I'm sorry, you were telling the story, but I see you looking.
I know it's like I have. I'm sitting right in front of, and I don't know why it's
now
doing
I
that.
can see you
I've
when
been
you
trying to figure
go when you do this. I seen wait.
I don't know. Cause look, I'm looking over there saying, why am I over there? I have no idea.
Y'all crazy.
I don't know. It's been like this since I dropped.
No, but ever since we've been on, I've been trying to move over a little bit. I've been doing this. Y'all see me rocking. I've been rocking.
I don't know. If I turn it like this, I don't know. I shouldn't have to move my laptop. So I don't know. But yeah, and I'm with you. Something that you said was important. You don't call and say where you at, what you doing, and why you not doing this, that, and the third. And years ago, I took that from your book.
Mm-hmm.
You said to me, because it was a situation with me and my daughter, and to this day, you have a conversation with her. She was 16. I don't no, she was 17. I think she had just turned 17. I have no idea what you said
That's none of your
to this
business.
day. But it was a change.
Mm-hmm.
It was a shift in the atmosphere. And that's part of that village, having that village.
Support
Having
system.
that village, knowing that you imparted something into her spirit
Yeah.
that made a difference in a positive way,
Yeah.
allow me to start to step back and start to release
Yeah.
without smothering.
Yeah.
Because that's been my biggest thing is smothering. I tell people in a minute, I love hard and I love strong. And because of that, I know that I have smothered my children along the way.
Yeah.
So, but that having that village helps me able to go.
Go ahead.
And I was gonna say, and also, when you start smothering your children, they sometimes start smothering you. Because
Yes, ma'am.
It's a learned effect. Seriously,
Yes, if she
it really is.
It really
Yeah.
is. Like if I get up from work when I was getting off work at 3:00, if I wasn't home by 4:15, all of them would hit me. I mean, my phone would ring off the hook. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
One
One by one. What you doing? What you doing? And my oldest son, to the point where he used to come in if I didn't come out my room, or if he was just walking past, he'd walk in my room. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay? And he still does that. He still does it, and he's 27.
Yep.
He'll walk through.
Yeah.
Are you okay? You all right? You all right? So when you smother your children, it takes that effect on them where they start smothering you. Even with Day Day, with her son, I believe she smothers Nugget. She all the time and beating them up, and it's because that's how I was with them. So now it's a learned behavior. Being parenting. It's a learned behavior.
And see, I'm totally opposite. You see me when I'm home, they're in their room. We say hi. I mean, Lonnie will come in. Of course, my grandbaby, because we do TikToks and have fun. But when it comes to my kids, and we were just talking about this morning, the most clingy child that I have is my oldest. It is. Be honest, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my oldest is, when we're around each other, she likes to sit up under. We like to sit up under each other. But when it comes to Vincent, no. Mark, Lily, They all go in their own. You might see them every once in a while.
Yeah.
We see each other in the midst. Or, maybe during Christmas time, we have seasonal family stuff.
She's not lying, but but I have to. But you said something. I have to go back. I have to go back to Marvin though, because
he's not clingy.
He's not. But he felt some kind. Remember when the house he had his room downstairs, in the downstairs part, and he was away from everybody. When you said, "All right, Christmas, it's time for movies," he was up those stairs every day, and he said, "This is what he said." He said,
I don't like you.
He said, "I thought they forgot about me being at the back." He did. He wanted his own space, but he was so far from everybody because everybody else was up on the third floor. He all the way down. He all the way down in the basement.
But that's just like my family. We, when we got in the household, everybody in their own space. We see each other high. Like her children, I watch them. They all come together. They come in one room, and we all in there laughing and goo-gooing and they just beat each other up. That's just their thing. And I'm sitting around sitting there rolling because I ain't used to it. It's like comical, So I'm sitting there like, dang. But when my kids, I get home from school, hey, Ma, how you doing? Good night. And I go in my room and close the door. And it's me and God, or if I'm singing or whatever. But it never was, so this parenting thing, I don't know.
It can be a game changer because when my kids were younger, we spent so much time together. And I lived for the weekends because weekends was family time. Once we paid the bills, we would do games and stuff on Friday, movies on Saturdays, dinner on Sunday. But when they got older and they started going out and hanging out with their friends, I started feeling some kind of way because I felt like, okay, these outsiders coming in and disrupting my world. and I had to let go. When my kids started dating, I remember when I told Nazy, I said, "Well, you can start dating." She didn't go on her first date till she was 17. I was so happy. I was so happy because I wanted because I wanted that time with my baby.
Right.
But then when she did start dating, she was gone. Like all the time, her and her friends, my sons, them and their friends. So sometimes I would find myself sitting there saying, "What am I going to do?" And that
Look at
feels a
mine.
bitter pill sometimes.
I'm sorry, this book right here. Let's get this book out of here. Go ahead, you can read it, Rhonda. Go ahead.
My word to everyone always is that we were not born parents. We have to learn to be a parent. Yes, we most of the time don't want our children to be brought up like we were. But being a teenager mom, our firstborn is like being a child with a doll. We learn from our mistakes and try to be better with the next child. Your mother and in-laws treat you like you are a child because you are a child bride. You find yourself doing what they say do. You have to grow up and learn how to break loose and be an adult. Yes, we learn from our mistakes. Vanette and I grew up together, my firstborn.
You better say that, Mama.
And it's true, but
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up with mine.
I grew up
And
with
she
mine.
always say you was so hard on me. I always got the beatings. I hear that all the time. But
Yeah.
when I look
My
at
daughter
her,
says that.
when I look at her and see her accomplishments, I said, Lord, if she got sure what her life was about, you could imagine. But I was a hard mother, wasn't I?
Yeah, you was a hard mother.
Yeah, she wanted to say that so bad.
My sisters tell me all the time. They say, Vaughn, you were so hard. Say we used to pray. Say you were so hard. And I was like, really? They was like, yeah, she couldn't do anything. You didn't, and then when the boys came, you wouldn't let them do anything, go anywhere, do very strict about what they wore, what they did. Nice, I looked at a picture, and my baby had a unibrow. Just stuff because I felt like this right here. Don't take the age of innocence. Let them be a child, be a child as long as they can. So I wouldn't let her do anything. But now I go back and I look at some pictures and I be like, Vaughn, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
You would let her be who she is. No, you shouldn't. Let me say something. That's what God created her. We can't, that's the problem now. We're so busy trying to societize our children. It's hard for us to be the mother and the parents. If your child come out with a unibrow, sorry, I am so sorry. That's what God made her. When she get older, she want to shave the unibrow off. I get it.
I didn't let her do a lot of things. Like she couldn't do makeup or anything till she was like over 16.
Me too.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I don't like it now. I mean, my mom, we didn't wear no makeup.
No, we ain't wear no makeup. I didn't wear no makeup.
Yeah, she did.
No, I didn't. I was a tomboy, so
I know.
wasn't.
I understand that, but you heard what she said. You ain't getting no makeup. No, we wasn't.
No, we wasn't able to do a lot of things. And my two oldest two, like I said, I was young. They was 12 and 13. They got their first tattoos. Everybody looked at me.
Really?
Like,
wow.
Yes. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. And to me, they were good kids. They got good grades. Even after they tattoos, they still were the same person. They didn't, act like they were grown. They didn't do nothing out the way. There was no teenagers or whatever the case may be. And, when I look back on it, do I wish I would have waited for them to get it? Absolutely. But at the time, I was young. I was 21, 22 when I had them. 21, 20 and 21, because they're Irish twins. They're a year and 2 weeks apart. So I was still growing up with them. You know what I mean? So now, though, with Aaliyah, she about to be 13 in March, and she's like, Mom, can I get my nose pierced? No. Mom, can I get my hair colored? No. Like, so with her, the things that I didn't do with Day and Destiny, with her, it's like, no. And she like, but that was back then. I'm older now, I'm mature now, I know what's right and wrong, and no, you're not getting that. You're not doing that. And so I think I'm harder on the youngest one, more than I was on the oldest two, because I was, like Mommy said, I was still learning. Now when it comes to Jihad and Aaliyah, it's like no. And then plus they got a brother and sister that's way older than them. You have a brother that's 11 years older and a sister that's 10 years older than them. So even if I try to slide to the left and say yes a little bit, they remind me like, no, Ma, no, you didn't let us do that. No, you can't allow them to do that. You know, so the youngest two get a little harder because they have 3 older siblings. So and then when you get older, and like with my mom, I was the baby, so I got away with a lot more than what my older siblings got away with. And you know, my older siblings, they're way older than me, so they were out living on their own and things like that. So they didn't see a lot of stuff that I was really getting away with or could chime in about it. But see, with the youngest two here, their siblings are still here, so
they hands on.
Yeah,
they are.
So it's different. You know,
like with them, the oldest take care of it. It was the same thing with us. You know, always the oldest got in the front car. In the front, they always had. You know, it was always that. But you know, my oldest took care. But like as they moved out or whatever, Ron is. I'm very more lenient on him. And see, he got older siblings to get stuff from. So he'd call him up, give me money, this, that, and the other. So he got that habit. Yeah, auntie, he got you. He knows how to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me, the oldest, you and Bina got away with everything. No, we did.
No,
that boy still think, no, we did.
Like we said, every sibling got their bag is different.
Yes.
So the way y'all see things was totally different than what we see. Because we ain't get away with nothing. We couldn't even leave a fork in the sink.
Yeah, you ain't get away.
We left a fork in the sink, and my mom and my dad came home. We got our buzz beat.
Man, we ain't get away with it.
And my dad would take all the forks and spoons and all that stuff out the drawers and make us rewash all of them.
We
so
get away with
nothing.
He must have known Archimedes.
He had to know. Let me tell you something. I was one of the hardest aunties on my nieces and nephews and my sister was because I didn't get away with anything. My dad, he was very hard. He was harder on me than he was for all my siblings because I was the girl. And I had that tough, make sure you do it, or if you don't do it, I'm going to kick your behind, because you keep getting me in trouble, keep getting my behind whooped because of y'all. And that's the way I started parenting my oldest daughter, because that's the way I was taught. I ain't get away with nothing. You crazy. Boy.
Well, she ain't get away with nothing. And then if she did get in trouble, I didn't get away with nothing because she would beat my butt.
Yeah, I get it.
So
I get it.
I would get it.
Where you at? Where you go? She just left. Yeah, so, yeah. I get it, Robbie. You think so. You don't, because you was in, there and out. But I'm telling you, sir, we didn't get away with that stuff. That's why that's one reason why we're the people that we are today. Yeah. Look at my sister. Let's see what she said. What you say, Dada? See, they gonna get us now. You guys just don't know. We had to paint the house, wash the baseboards, clean under the bed. Dada,
we did too.
Dada, we the same mama.
We had them cast iron, what you call them? Not baseboards.
I'm coming back to
the heaters. The heaters and stuff. We had to paint those, and
the radiator heaters.
Radiators, yeah. We had to paint those.
Girl.
We had to do the floor.
Wait a minute. We ain't gonna tell y'all we had a hard up life. We ain't gonna tell you that. But
exactly.
My mother had her way of doing things, and we had to abide by that.
Exactly.
And that's the way we brought our kids up. And so on and so forth, and that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never said your life wasn't hard. I'm just saying y'all gonna stop saying ours was, because you thought that because we got stuff and we went out and beat butts and we were tag.
You said something earlier that was important. You said that about how you were raised. You either gonna raise your kids the way you were raised, or you're gonna try and do different. Growing up, we had to like the late you guys were talking about cleaning. We had to clean and everything before we could do anything else. I took it to a whole nother level. I woke my kids up every Saturday morning at 6 a.m.
Yes, you did. They
and
talk about that all the time.
yeah,
You're so
they had
wrong.
and they had to clean up. And I thought I was doing a good thing because they had the rest of the day and the weekend free. But I realized when they were talking one day how traumatizing that was to them. That they had to get up at 6 a.m. and I would be livid if they didn't, and I would hand down these punishments that were extreme.
But that's
So
what
it's
we
a-
were
it's a-
taught.
it's a lot there.
You know,
Yeah,
if you
that's-
ain't do what you was supposed to do, we whoop your butt. Cause right here, she said these. She said it. This is right, Susan. You so right. These kids today don't have the same values of appreciation like the Generation X. I was born in the 60s, and we got whoopings. I was born in the 70s, and I got a whooping.
Sure did.
And you was born in the 70s too, and she got we got whoopings. We got whoopings.
Yeah.
We
ain't get beat.
we got whoopings.
Baby.
In the church, we got a whoopings.
In the nurse's office.
We got whoopings. You hear what I said? And he won't get off until you understand what you did wrong. I don't even know how he understood that we understood, but he ain't get off until we understood.
Yeah. And it's kind of hard. What's her name, Suzanne?
Yeah.
Suzanne, it's kind of hard too, because now in this generation, I play with my kids sometimes. They be like, I'm about to call defects on you. It's so easy for them now because they know they could dial 911 so quick in a hurry.
Yep.
It's hard to discipline your children now than
Yeah.
it was back then.
We got whoopings.
When whatever it was stated back in the day, what goes on in your house stays in your house.
Stays in your house.
That doesn't apply to this generation today.
Nope. Because we also got to remember when we were younger, when the ones that felt they was abused and being whooped like this grew up. We grew up, and now we are over the defects and stuff like that. And they knew how it felt to be abused and be beat down. So now it's like, y'all ain't gonna do this to the next generation.
Right.
I'm not gonna allow y'all to whoop nobody else. So then these the same people that got whooped, us, this is our generation. Yeah. We're in there making sure that this don't happen to the next one. Even sometimes these little needs a whooping.
Right.
They need a whooping. Yeah. But because they look at it as being abuse now, back when we were getting whooped on and hanging and everything, that wasn't abuse. Now it's abuse because the parents is trying to get their kids together. Now, if you doing stuff to abuse your kids, of course you should be penalized. I don't feel that burning them and using extension cords. And, they did use extension cords back then. I've heard that too. That's why now the Generation X that grew up and don't want to be you to do it to their other kids. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. But to get a belt on that butt because you done set the church on, you done set the people on, the school on fire, or you done try to do something to beat somebody, you bullying. All that stuff, they need their butt.
Yeah, but society makes it hard to discipline your children now.
Yeah.
It really does. It makes it so hard to discipline your children. I feel sorry for my children that have children because it's gonna get even worse. It's hard to discipline. No matter how you try, no matter what you do, they're gonna find something for real. Find something. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just right here what Robbie put up here. Mommy said we were all special. We had some special butt whoopings. Guess she had a special whooping for each of us. Yes.
That part.
That part
but
right
you know
there.
What? I'm going to be honest.
Mommy ain't really beat us.
Mommy ain't never really beat us.
We really get spanked from mommy.
We get slapped.
Yeah, mommy will slap you in a minute. But she ain't never beat us.
I mean, I probably could count on probably one hand.
Yeah,
how many times mommy.
I'm sorry, y'all got mommy whoopings, but we didn't get mommy whoopings.
No, we didn't.
That's not the whoopings we got. So yeah, I get it. Sometimes it's just
like
the discipliner. Belt says switches. That's right. We got belt switches. We didn't never really get switches. It's always
that's
belt.
A lie.
Where you get a switch,
Miss what's the lady name from the Usher boy?
Miss Essie.
Miss Essie.
was a Miss
Essie.
What's her name, Miss Essie?
She would make me go outside and pick out my own switch.
I ain't never got spanked with no switch.
I got spanked with a switch.
Ain't never.
Miss Essie used to, And see, back then, the village helped raise the children. Now, you
go put your hands on something, put a switch on somebody's kid.
Yeah.
I don't care what church you go to. We gonna baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy.
Right. Mm-hmm. Robbie, I remember that.
We remember that.
Do you remember when we had to look out the window and watch our friends play? Let me tell you something. Y'all used to watch our friends play. We used to try to go outside and play with our friends. As soon as we were about to kick a ball or go play hide and seek or something, they would call us and tell us we had to come in the house and get ready for church. So I get it.
This generation gap. Oh, let's see my auntie. Hey, auntie. Mm-hmm. This my girl right here. Auntie Debbie said, this generation gap difference as we grew older. What was accepted about you able for our older children certainly don't stand a chance at being accepted for our younger children today. Because as young parents, we lived, we learned, and we grew right alongside our children that we were raised. That's right. The new age and this new time makes way of new perspective on raising our children.
It is true.
It's true.
Auntie, you are so true.
Yes, ma'am.
You're so true, especially with the TikToks and the Facebook and the Instagram and all this stuff. And they put all of that. Like I was watching it and I was saying that a mom was trying to chastise her child. The child was going live and it was so many negative comments about how she was chastising her child or whatever and things like that. So the generation today, they got so many different influences and so many different things to give them ideas on what they should do if this happens to them. Mm-hmm. It's very, very, very,
very different.
And, and perhaps that's what we need to do. We need to have a show about that. Do a segment on children and their behaviors and
the effect social media have on them.
Because it does.
I would like to have. I would have. I think this would be good to have some children on. You know me. I'm about to try to about it and have maybe a couple kids to tell. Robbie said yes. What did Robbie say? Robbie said yes. What Grandma May say? Grandma May's made us find our own switches, and it better be good switches. She went and found a branch. I ain't never had that. I don't remember. I was baby. I don't remember being spanked by no branch. I always remember that big old fat belt. That's all I ever remember was a belt being smacked on my butt. But man.
Yeah, but y'all, the generation gap, that's why. So what y'all got, we didn't get, and our children didn't get what we got. So it's like I said, as the time goes on.
Yeah, man. We done took up all the time. We went up over the time. I mean, this is a good subject because we can relate to it. Go ahead, Yvonne. You can go ahead and talk about the Facebook page and all that good stuff that we got going on. I'll let you have it. Go.
Hey guys, it was a good conversation this week. Facebook, join us weekly. Join us weekly. Motivational Monday. Talk about it Tuesday. Wisdom Wednesday. Thankful Thursday and Friday. And that's all on Facebook. And then we have What's in the Bag 21 on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. And also start watching out for some YouTube shorts. Marvina and I have been doing a lot of posting on TikTok as well. And some of those posts that we're putting on TikTok, we're going to start putting on YouTube shorts also.
And let me say something, but no, you ain't miss anything. I'm not here to beg. I'm not here to tell nobody what to do, how to do it. I'm just grateful that y'all even come on and watch and listen to the topics and the things that we got to say. It does mean a whole lot. Even the ones that's pretending like they don't watch, I love that because I just see what's in the bag giving what it needs to give, support. If you don't want to support, that's fine too. But I think that if we're got something going on that's a little different than everybody else is doing here, we can bring it to maybe church, or we can bring it to this place or bring it to that place or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But one good thing about what's in the bag, we're able to talk to anything about anybody or whatever the situation is. It's an open platform. And sometimes we don't want to limit ourselves to just, okay, we're going to have this person and that person or this person. What's in the bag is given for all. I don't care what nationality, what brands, what culture, what this and that. I mean, if we got to get on here and get somebody to interpret what somebody else is talking about because we don't know their language, we welcome that too. We're looking for people to come on and enjoy and talk about what's in their bags. Share it. If you find somebody in your family members that likes to talk about things that you may even ask them, share with them what we're doing, and maybe they want to be part of what's in the bag and want to be part of our doing the segment. You can reach us out at what's in the bag. Reach us out on our group page. I know somebody that I feel that, and I'll do the rest. We just looking for some more people that would like to just empty their bags out, you know. I love what we do. You like it? I love it. I love what we do. We're going to see more Rhonda now because she's going to have to start coming on, getting at least doing right here what I'm doing because she see what I'm doing this whole time. It ain't easy. It's work, a little work back here, but we doing it, right?
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you for being a part.
Thank you so much, sissy.
Yeah, sharing it.
Thank you,
Yes. Tell everybody what you got to say today, girl.
Have a blessed
Hey,
one.
yeah. Hey guys, it's beautiful out there today. It's a little drizzly and everything, but every day you wake up and God is giving you another day is beautiful. So get out there and live life and always stay blessed, be a blessing, and have a blessed day.
Yes.
Love you
Bye,
guys.
y'all. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for being part. And let everybody know that What's in the Bag is on the air, and we will be here every Saturday until God say any different. Love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.